Keanu Reeves is the teen idol of the 1980s, the action star of the 90s, the trendy hero of indie films, and the pioneer of the breakthrough noir comics of the noughties, the master of speaking without uttering a word. For audiences, projects with Reeves are synonymous with a non-trivial plot and subtle acting, and the characters, like the actor himself in life, are suave, charming, and shy. Childhood and youth. Keanu Charles' parents, Patricia and Samuel, met each other in Beirut, the capital of Lebanon before the Civil War was considered not only a financial and cultural center, but also a crossroads for the drug trade. Some sources indicate that the actor's mother worked as a dancer. His father, who was an unskilled laborer at the time, had the mixed blood of different nationalities: Chinese, English, Irish, Portuguese, Hawaiian. The child received a Hawaiian name. Translated, Keanu means cool wind from the mountains. The family was constantly changing places of residence. A daughter, Kim, was born in Australia. When Keanu was 3 years old, his father left the family. Subsequently, Patricia married 3 more times, and from her marriage with rock promoter Robert Miller gave birth to another daughter, Karina Miller. The artist also has a sister on her father's side, Emma Rose Reeves. The future chosen one and his sisters mostly spent their childhood and youth in Toronto. Reeves' mother mastered the profession of a costumer, thanks to which Keanu met Dolly Parton, David Bowie, and Alice Cooper at an early age. In 1994, Samuel Reeves was sentenced to 10 years in prison for attempting to sell drugs at the airport. After a couple of years he was released, but the actor ceased communicating with his father when he was 13 years old. About his childhood, celebrity reminisces reluctantly. He did not like to study, including because of dyslexia, this disorder of the ability to read and perceive speech by ear, which suffered from, and sister Kim. For 5 years Keanu had to change 4 public schools, including acting, from which, incidentally, he was kicked out. In De La Salle College, Oakland's guy, who dreamed of becoming a professional hockey player, got the nickname Wall because it was an excellent goalkeeper. But an injury put an end to his athletic future. From college, Reeves went to public school in Avondale, but did not receive a high school diploma. But at this time he took the first steps to building a stellar biography. At age 15, Keanu attended courses in improvisation at the sketch and comedy troupe in Toronto and lessons in acting Uta Hagen. After dropping out of school, on a green card obtained by his stepfather, he moved to New York, where he studied at HB Studio, the alma mater of Robert De Niro and Jack Lemmon. Theater. At the age of 9, Reeves began his acting career, appearing in a production of Damn Yankees. At the age of 15, he embodied the image of Mercutio in the theatrical production of Romeo and Juliet. In the early 1980s, the repertoire of the actor added to the productions of The Tempest, Wolf Boy, etc. In 1990, Keanu participated in the play Hamlet, brought together a lot of positive reviews. For the sake of this role, he refused to star in a sequel to the film Speed 2 Cruise Control with a fee of $11 million. Movies. Reeves made his screen debut in the Canadian sitcom Hold On. In early 1980, the aspiring actor starred in TV series and short films. The first feature film Future Star was a sports drama about hockey players Youngblood with Rob Lowe and Patrick Swayze. A tape partly biographical. Keanu, still in high school, got into scouts noticed by the NHL, got the role of goalie. The film Dangerous Liaisons, in addition to Reeves, made Uma Thurman a star. Finally, in The Idol of Young People the actor became, starring in a fantastic comedy Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, which is 4 times the American box office budget of $10 million. By the way, at the beginning of Keanu's career, in the credits listed as Norman Reeves or Chuck Spiden. His manager thought that the actor's real name is extremely exotic. On the set of the comedy I Love You to Death, Reeves met Rivera Phoenix, brother of Joaquin Phoenix, a man equally with him thinking and feeling. The best friends embodied the images of the male flames in Gus Van Sant's My Own Private Idaho. In 1997, The Devil's Advocate premiered, where Reeves played in the company of Charlize Theron and Al Pacino. For the opportunity to work with him, Keanu agreed to defer $2 million of the promised $8 million, only to have the producers pay a fee for such a celebrity. The actors did a lot of preparatory work before filming. Theron worked for 3 months with a therapist to play schizophrenia authentically, and Reeves consulted with defense attorneys in New York. The film grossed nearly $153 million at the box office on a $57 million budget. The adaptation of Shakespeare's play Much Ado About Nothing earned Keanu a nomination for the Golden Raspberry. This award was going to be given to him for both Hardball and Sweet November. But then came Johnny Mnemonic, Thumbsucker, the incarnation of the psychic exorcist John Constantine in the thriller Constantine, and the famous The Matrix. All of this eventually led to Reeves receiving a named star on Hollywood's Walk of Fame. In 2014, Reeves appeared as an assassin in the action film John Wick. The film combines dynamic action scenes, deeply emotional dialogues, and the story of a man who has nothing to lose. The viewers were astonished by the excellent physical shape of the actor, who has already turned 6 decades old by that time. To prepare for the role, Keanu 8 hours a day for 4 months engaged in martial arts and was trained in weapons handling. According to Reeves, 90% of the stunts in the film he performed himself. The tattoo on the back of the main character, quoted by those who want to flash their philosophical knowledge. The inscription reads, "As destiny helps the brave." It is used as the motto of several military units around the world. Despite the stellar cast of the American thriller The Whole Truth, which in addition to Reeves included Gabriel Basso, Renee Zellweger, and Jim Belushi, the film at the box office has shown a deafening failure and did not justify 20% of its budget of $8 million. The To the Bone Project with Keanu, a film about anorexia, was Marty Noxon's directorial debut, also shot in the black comedy genre. A co-producer was Reeves' sister Karina. This is the first joint cinematic work of the relatives. The drama was presented in competition at the Sundance Festival. Netflix paid $8 million for worldwide rights to the drama. According to Keanu, the producer of the crime film Siberia has Russian roots, and therefore the action takes place in Russia. A location for filming chosen in Canada and St. Petersburg. Russian critics have reacted negatively to the picture, which at the box office barely justified the budget of $2 million. The Matrix. The Matrix is perhaps the highlight of Reeves' filmography and an iconic film for millions of viewers. In the 20th century, the main character Neo, whose role was claimed by Ewan McGregor, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Tom Cruise, became the most famous character. Keanu received an unbelievable fee of over $110 million for his participation in the project. But $80 million was given to costume designers and specialists in special effects, and the actor gave Harley-Davidson motorcycles to stuntmen of the picture. Upon learning that his act has become public, Reeves was not at all angry, because he believed that there was nothing special about it. Keanu left Neo's cape as a memento of the Matrix, as well as Constantine's lighter and Hamlet's sword. He made friends with Tiger Chen, an expert in martial arts, teaching the actors the wisdom of kung fu and karate on the set of the picture. Subsequently, Chen played a major role in the film Man of Tai Chi, on which Reeves has already worked as a director and at the same time starred in The Image of the Villain. Only the first film of the sci-fi franchise brought in $463 million in theaters with a budget of $63 million. The budgets of the sequels The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions were $150 million each. All parts were repeatedly justified at the box office, bringing the creators of the films more than $1.5 billion in total. And the actors and stunt directors did a tremendous job. Some scenes required up to 4 days to shoot and up to 6 months of training. And for the helicopter episodes, the laws of the state of New South Wales and Australia were amended. In 2021, the fourth installment of the popular sci-fi franchise The Matrix Resurrections premiered, with Reeves once again playing the role of Neo. The cast of the film remained unchanged except for the character of Morpheus, who was embodied by Yahya Abdul-Mateen instead of Lawrence Fishburne. Other projects. At the beginning of his film career, Keanu starred in commercials, for example, for Coca-Cola. In 2019, he became the face of the men's line of the French brand Saint Laurent. In 1990, Reeves, a fan of grunge, played bass guitar in the band Dogstar, managed to release 2 albums. In the new century he joined the band Becky, and in this status appeared in the drama Ellie Parker. Paired with friend Gard Hollinger, a well-known designer in the motorcycle world, the actor created Arch Motorcycle, a superbike production company that works exclusively on demand. Reeves and producer Stephen Hamel founded Company Films, a studio that develops ideas and scripts. Another project of the artist was X-Artists Books, founded with artist Alexandra Grant and designer Jessica Fleshman. The company produces unique illustrated editions and limited editions. The video You're Awesome, recorded at the launch of the video game Cyberpunk 2077, in which the actor made a cameo appearance, is used to convey a reaction to something amazing or a joyful emotion. Personal life. The actor lives in a house in Los Angeles next door to Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Aniston. Keanu is the owner of an extensive fleet of cars and motorcycles. Previously, the contracts of the actor included a special item, which excludes riding a bike until the end of filming. The actor has no children of his own, but Keanu is the godfather of the daughter of his longtime school friend Brenda Davis. The actor's novels. Reeves' personal life is full of dramatic events and losses. On the set of Babes in Toyland, the young man met Jill Scolin. A 3-year romance was logically on its way to marriage. But despite having an engagement ring from Keanu, Scolin preferred Brad Pitt. Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula project brought Reeves together with the director's daughter Sophia. A smart, modest, and not boastful position girl struck the actor. However, here he was unlucky with the completion of the film and disappeared feelings. In independent of each other interviews, Keanu and Sandra Bullock admitted that they were embarrassed to cross the line separating sympathy and love. Reeves thought that such a sensual woman would not look at him, and Sandra was afraid of his excessive popularity. And now the colleagues are united by a sincere, devoted friendship. According to unconfirmed reports, Keanu had affairs with Anna Skidinova and Claire Forlani, Charlize Theron, and Bojana Novakovic. A not long lasted more than a friendly relationship with Diane Keaton, a partner in the comedy melodrama Something's Gotta Give. One day the paparazzi managed to shoot Keanu kissing Holly Mayers-Shayer, the daughter of Hollywood screenwriters. She was replaced by Parker Posey, followed by Trini Woodall. In 2018, the media wrote that the actor became a frequent guest at Angelina Jolie's home. Later, it turned out that the Oscar-winning beauty simply settled near Keanu's mother. The death of his common-law wife and child. Accidentally or not, Keanu found companions who looked like him, devoid of starry conceit. Such was the actor's strongest love. In fact, his common-law wife Jennifer Syme, with a girl Reeves met at a party. Syme, who was then an assistant to David Lynch, was bored in solitude, but from the usual conversation out of politeness with the celebrity dodged then further attracted the artist. The couple began dating, and then lived together. In 1999, Jennifer delighted her beloved with the news that they would have a child. A daughter of Reeves and Syme was due to be born in January 2000, but a week before delivery of the girl's heart stopped beating. A blood clot broke off the umbilical cord. A misfortune did not unite the parents of Ava Archer, who took the blame for what happened. The lovers have parted. However, this is not the end of tragedy in the life of an actor. April 1, 2001, intoxicated Syme, returning from a party Marilyn Manson, was killed in a car crash. A rumor has it that after this Reeves drowned his sorrow in alcohol and drugs, but time to come to his senses. Union with Alexandra Grant. In 2019, fans have a chance to rejoice for their favorite. At the Art Plus Film Gala at the LACMA Museum in Los Angeles, Reeves came accompanied by his new paramour, artist Alexandra Grant. The lovers have known each other for a long time, but did not confirm a close relationship. Grant paints pictures and creates sculptures and shoots documentary films. According to rumors, the actor is ready to get married. Patricia is happy with her son's choice. Only Alexandra's appearance does not please everyone. Although she is younger than Reeves for 9 years, but it looks older because completely gray. Tired of tolerating barbs, in social networks a woman explained that she does not dye her hair since her youth, taking care of her health, and referred to an article about the relationship between breast cancer and chemical dyes. Grant was the victim of harassment by one of Keanu's fans. In 2020, the Los Angeles County Superior Court issued a ruling that banned a 67-year-old woman named Catherine from approaching Alexandra, her home, and work closer than 100 meters. The ban also applies to the publication of pictures in social networks. And in 2023 already Keanu had to fear for his life. The star began to pursue the fan. He even allowed himself to enter the territory of the house of the celebrity. In order to protect himself and his chosen one, the actor had to go to court, which issued a so-called restraining order for the inadequate fan. Keanu Reeves now. For the spring of 2023, the release of the fourth part of the John Wick franchise with Keanu in the title role was planned. The viewers have been waiting for this premiere for more than a year, because the shooting was announced back in 2019. However, due to the pandemic, the terms of production of the tape were increased. The interest of viewers conditioned not only the plot of the franchise, but also the revelation of Reeves, that for him this part was the most difficult in terms of the abundance of action scenes. The same spring saw the release of a new album by Reeves' band Dogstar, which reunited last year.